Alright YouTube, it's garden update time. I tried to do this before, but the camera suddenly stalled out for no reason. You can see this bed is now done, making 4 done beds. 1 left to go. They're all basically even. Everything else is fine. It did rain, so things finally got watered in a bit. That helped the plants that I transplanted. It's really abnormally warm weather right now. Usually, when you're getting on towards October, towards, the last third of September, you've usually had a light frost at least. We haven't gotten anywhere near it. The coldest night we had was 40 degrees, and that was a one-off. Now it's like, it was 65 last night, almost 70. It's 75 degrees right now. It's about 10 to 15 degrees above normal. And judging from the forecast, it looks like it might remain that way for at least another couple of weeks. We may very well make it to October for the first time I can ever recollect without having even a light frost. As far as I know, that's never happened before in this county. So I'm looking forward to, hopefully, I hope, a warm winter. Warm and short. I wouldn't care if it was longer if it's warmer. And if it's really, really cold, as long as it's shorter, it's not a big problem. But I'd love it to be really short and really warm. Take a look at this. This is something I've never seen before. You can look back through my gardening update videos. When have the Nicotiae ever been putting out a second flush of blossoms in the middle of September? Usually by now, half the time they're dead. They've been frosted down. The other half of the time they've gone to seed completely, and I've had to yank them out. These ones over here, some of them haven't even blossomed yet. This one hasn't even blossomed. This one hasn't blossomed. It's just starting to form its flowers. Some of these, that one over there, same deal. These will be in full bloom probably in the first week of October, and they might actually survive to produce seed. It looks like, as far as I can tell, we're probably not going to get a frost. It'd be nice to go the entire year without a frost, just have, everything be green all so-called winter long, but that would probably be too much to hope for. But keep in mind, last winter was fairly mild too. It dragged on in the spring. It started late and stayed fairly mild, low snow total for the most part. Didn't have to do a lot of shoveling. That was nice. I don't care if there's a lot of snow as long as it's warmer, and I don't care if it's colder as long as it's, there's less snow and more, rainy mix or something. I'd prefer a damp, miserable winter, like a British winter, over the northern Finland style winters that we usually get where it's below zero multiple times. But it looks like this year I can hope that we have a very mild winter, because this has been a continuous weather pattern all the way from the beginning of the year and stretching back into the prior year. Literally, the last winter was mild, the last autumn was mild, and since then, since literally last fall, for more than a year, since August of last year, it's been consistently warmer than average. As far as August, it was very dry and very hot. September so far has been extremely dry and significantly warmer than normal. Like the temperatures we're at right now would be normal for, mid-August or maybe, early June, but certainly not for mid-September, not even by a long shot. Usually we've crashed by now and we're at the point where we start getting frosts. And it looks like for at least another week and a half we're not going to get a frost, which means there'll be more blossoms. Hell, I could plant like a bunch of bean plants right now. Maybe I'd be able to harvest them. I'm not going to do that, but it bodes well, because that means I can get a lot more work done. And once it frosts, once the soil starts getting cold, it's a lot harder to work with. Right now the soil's still as warm as fucking blood, so it's very, very easy. I've been clearing things out. You can see, now that the soil's been wetted, the difference between that nice dark soil and this soil that looks like a cup of coffee with half a cup of water added. Half a cup of milk added. And then you have this stuff, which is a nice medium brown, really crumbly, and it's like half cow shit. That's some good stuff right there. I won't have to add quite as much cow manure as I'll have to add to this one and the one on the end. These 2 beds here were already improved, more or less. That one over there, this one, don't have anything. It's just native soil. This one's basically fully improved. I just have to put a couple bags of compost in there, and that'll be all I have to add. The back bed, that whole pile there, is going to be rotten. I'll spread it all around, so that'll be nice and healthy. This bed here, it's perfect. I don't have to add anything to it. This bed, I'll probably add 3 or 4 bags of cow shit just because I'm going to be putting herbs in there. And it'll be nice, you know, it'll be nice and humid. I'll put a few bags in here. Overall, the garden is enormous compared to what it was. It just doesn't look quite like it because I'm not using that area over there. But the total amount of added space from compacting these beds and putting these little pathways between them is a huge saving of space within the fence. Even though the garden itself is smaller, the area of soil being used is significantly larger, massively larger, in fact. It just doesn't look like it on the surface. Like 2 of these beds of additional soil has been added to the overall area of the garden. And I'm not even quite done yet. I still got to put like a compost bin. I'm thinking putting it right between these 2 beds. Have a couple feet on either side, then have a nice little compost area there, dig it out, put in, you know, the borders and stuff, raise it up a little bit, put on stilts or cinder blocks or something. That'll look nice. And then I'll be all done once the fence is up. So yeah, garden update. Look at that. Not quite even, but, you know, close enough. That's looking good. That's about all.